Hey, this is Tara Bridget, Confidence Coach for Women, here to help you get your shit together. First off, I would like to say I apologize because we were unable to have our webinar last night. And obviously, I was so excited and so pumped. And so many women, especially a lot of new women, have signed up. And I cannot wait to introduce myself to you and to talk to you and share a lot of juicy gems that I have about men, girl. I've been learning and learning over the years, and I want to share with you what it is that I learned and what I know that can help you in your own love life and get you to where you want to get to, right? So today is Womanly Wisdom Wednesday for anybody who is new in the group. So every Wednesday, I usually post a video to drop a little knowledge on you for today. So today I want to talk about men, obviously. Why wouldn't I? Again, if you haven't signed up for the webinar, girl, you're missing out. Maybe you already got a boo, then I'm not talking to you. But if not, please go to unleashyourfierce.com/trust to sign up. So with that being said, today I want to talk about this idea, and I talked about it before, but it's the idea that you are a prize, right? And when you're thinking about this idea of having trust issues, right, obviously you typically means you probably have been hurt in the past, right? So you're a little jaded, right? You're a little frustrated typically. Because you're just tired of the bullshit, right? And you're tired of dating. You're tired of making vision boards. You're tired of saying affirmations. You're tired of doing these things that you've heard about and that you've tried before, and yet you still feel like nothing that seems to be working out for you, right? And you still have trust issues, right? You still have cheating issues, you still have lying issues, and then yet and still you might meet men and attract them, but it might not be the guy who is right for you, right? And that's because yes, you can do all these different things on the outside, but what really matters and what's really is going to help you shift and change is you doing a really deep inner healing work. So doing some type of deep inner healing, intensive work that allows you to really dig deep and really get to the root of where are we lacking, right? So usually if you're not manifesting and attracting into your life what it is that you want, that means that you're not vibrating at the same vibrational frequency as that thing that you want. So, whatever you believe in, I don't know. But what I believe in, because I've learned over the years, especially from, being coached by very successful women, watching and studying successful women, reading their biographies, watching their videos, like I said, and being coached by them, there is a pattern that I see, right? And that pattern is that they do a lot of deep inner healing work. So obviously on the outside, we can look beautiful and have all these things going on for ourselves. But it really boils down to, the patterns that you have. If you've ever watched Iyanla, I don't know if you like her, but one thing I love that Iyanla always says when she shows up on the set is, I'm here to interrupt the pattern, right? And that's really the work also that I feel like I've been called to do. I'm really here to help you interrupt your crazy dating patterns or your crazy attraction patterns. And I really love working with energy. And your vibe and your magnetism. So for anybody who's taking my 6-week Unleash Your Fierce program, you already know that's something that I go in depth with. I pulled a whiteboard out in a video and I go more in depth into it because your vibration and your frequency, right? So if you're vibing at a 50, right, you might attract another man at a 50, right? But if you start doing some of that deep inner healing work and you start getting to the root of it and you start doing some forgiveness work, right? You start detoxing a little bit. You start getting to a place, right, where you start to look at men differently and you shift your mindset when you're in the presence of men. And instead of thinking like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be with him because he's popular and he's sexy and he has money, right? I can't believe he chose me. You're then switching that mindset to, I'm the prize, right? And I'm a gift, right? And if he wants to unwrap this gift, he better come correct, right? That's a whole different mindset. And if you're in a mindset where you're like, I'm the prize, I'm the gift, right, that he has to work for. He has to put in the time. He has to put in the effort. First of all, the number one way to know if a man is really interested in you and he's very serious is he's consistently putting in time. And he's consistently putting in the effort to be with you, to reach out to you, to take you out, to get to know you, to meet your family. Like he's constantly putting in work. If he's not doing those two things, time and effort, then he got to go because he's not on the level that you desire. But you also have to feel it in your spirit and in your soul and know that you're worthy of that, right? And if you continue to struggle with that, it's very difficult to reel somebody in if you're at a 50, right? But maybe the guy that you want, who's loyal, he's loving, he's committed, he might be at like a 70 or at an 80 with his energy and his vibration, right? I always say, like, Barack and Michelle, they're at the same level, right? And if you attended my webinar a few months ago, I brought that up. Barack and Michelle, they're vibing at the same level, right? Rihanna and Chris Brown, even though their relationship at the time was unhealthy, they're vibing at the same level, right? And that's how they attracted abuse, right? Because they both came from abusive households. So they're used to the dysfunction, they're used to the chaos. And maybe they went to counseling, maybe they read books. I doubt it. I don't know. However, they fell into the patterns. And that's why I said earlier, you have to interrupt the pattern. And if you attend my webinar, I'm going to teach you how to interrupt that pattern. And some people think it can't be done, but that's bullshit, because I see it done every day, right? I see my role models. I see my own coaches. I see women around me. I've seen them break, and I've seen my own self break. The patterns, right, of the women in your family and the women in your community. Right, you can break those patterns so you don't fall into certain traps, right? And I want you to start thinking about, what are my patterns with men? What are the patterns of men of the women in my family, right? What are the patterns that my friends have, right? Is it the same as me, or is it different from me, right? Are the women in my family, is there a high divorce rate in my family? Is there a high cheating rate in my family? Is there a high, somebody have a baby outside of the marriage? Like, think about those things and think about, am I falling into that pattern? Have I fell into that pattern? Because it's getting to be time for you to interrupt your pattern so that you can attract somebody new. Because if you still vibing at a 50 when your man is at a 70 or 80 or a 90, then you're never going to get there if he's here and you're there. And when you attend the webinar, or if you work with me, right, I'm going to teach you how to interrupt that pattern so that you can up that vibration, right? And you can do some of that deep inner healing work so you can get to his level, right? So that y'all can come together. So join me. Have a good day.